A week-long effort is underway to make sure every Californian gets counted in the 2020 census. And locally, the Count Me 2020 coalition is focusing on reaching the hardest-to-count communities. KPBS reporter John Carroll shows us how an East County nonprofit is working to make sure recent immigrants and refugees fill out the form.
How are you? It's good to see you.
A census worker in San Diego helping a senior with food and information. She's part of the Count Me 2020 campaign to make sure communities that are traditionally hard to count get counted.
We're still kind of playing it safe and deciding to keep remote for now.
Ramah Awad from El Cajon's Majdal Community Center is anxious to get back into her community. That community consists of immigrants and refugees from the Middle East and North Africa who've settled in El Cajon. She says her organization is going to wait a little longer to see what happens with the COVID situation in San Diego County. That means remote work for now.
That's looked like phone banking, calling community members, helping them fill it out over the phone, or just, explaining to them what the census is.
Awad says a lot of that explaining comes in the form of reassurance to people who've come from parts of the world where giving the government personal information can be risky.
Whatever you put in this document, in this form, will remain with the Census Bureau, and it will not be shared with other government agencies.
Awad says there are also language barriers to overcome, and for recent arrivals, making sure the census form doesn't get lost with all of the other paperwork they're dealing with. Behind it all is a message of urgency, the importance of taking part in the census.
The stakes are high for residents across the U.S., but particularly high for immigrant and refugees who need to be counted so they can receive resources for schooling and health care and just general infrastructure.
Awad says she's encouraged. She says a good portion of the people she talks to have already filled out their census form. The deadline for all of us to get that done is the end of October. John Carroll, KPBS News.